Oliver Hexter posted 6 days ago now, again, just after CubeCast. Very rude, WCA. They're doing it intentionally. Oliver Hexter posted in the forum, January 2026 regulations, request for feedback. Now, Chris, before we get started, let's have a declaration of interest disclaimer. Which committee are you in? Is it WCAT?
I'm part of WSOT, the sports organization team.
That's right, not the major championships team, the sports organization team.
In this circumstance, I don't have much inside knowledge, so nothing to leak, unfortunately.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. It's just good to get those interests declared. Okay, so here we go. Oliver says, the WCA Regulations Committee is working on an updated version of the WCA Regs for 2026. Thank you to everyone that submitted a proposal. The WRC has now considered the submissions received from volunteers and community members, as well as items raised from our experience in applying the regs and developing a series of draft amendments for 2026. So we are now requesting community feedback on the WCA forum. So the forum is the official feedback channel.
Yes,
it should be noted. Okay.
Even within like staff, like we as staff, we got an email, or volunteers we're called now. They changed the term. We got an email, and they were like, even you guys, you got to go to the forum as well to share your thoughts. So they're just keeping it all in one place.
Okay, well that makes sense. That's nice and neat and tidy, I suppose. The feedback period will be open until midnight UTC on October 17th. So we've got a month and a bit. Yeah. Following conclusion of the feedback period, the WRC intends to finalize amendments to the regs to be effective for competitions. There are a relatively large number of draft amendments, so those not individually listed... Wait. There are a relatively large number of draft amendments, so these are not individually listed in this post. I wonder if we need to go to the GitHub for all the individual...
They're pretty boring. There's an explainer document. If you see the links to explainer,
that
goes in detail and shares everything. I skimmed through the other ones, and I don't see anything really of note.
Okay.
Apart from the ones they've mentioned.
So these are the most significant ones pointed out by the WCA. You would agree are the legitimately. They're not trying to hide anything in the GitHub.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. So, well, let's just take them one by one. Hey, dual rounds is our first one. We've got a PR link and an explainer link. What the heck is that? PR.
So PR's the GitHub. Explainer is like the document.
Okay, all right.
But no, this is cool. Dual rounds is really cool. So one problem that people have had with WCA competitions, and more for new competitors, is imagine it's your first competition, right? Mm-hmm. You want to go and solve your 2x2 and solve your 3x3 at your first competition. You get, I don't know, like a 28-second average for 3x3. You get a 8-second average for 2x2. You're right. Hell yeah. I got good times for me.
Relatable.
And then they're like, all right, you didn't make next round. You're all done. That's $40 in our pocket. See you next time, Timmy. So it's not very appealing to spend $40, come all the way for a competition just to get 10 solves, right?
Yeah.
And as the regs currently are, the maximum amount of people you can take for the first round to a subsequent round is 75% of that round. So if you've got a round of 50 people, what's that? You can take 37 to the next round. And most of the time there's less than 12 newcomers. So the people that don't make the next round are almost always just all of the newcomers.
Yeah.
So their idea with this is they were like, okay, what if we just allowed people to accept everybody to the next round? But then the whole idea is, what's the point in that? What's the point in having 2 rounds if there's no, we're not cutting it down to the next round?
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like they've come up with this idea of a dual round. So essentially it's just 2 rounds. But what you can do is, if it's just 2 rounds at a competition, the winning or the podiuming averages, or how you're ranked, will be based on your best average of those 2 rounds.
Oh, okay.
So if I did really good in the first round, got a 6.1 average, and bombed in the second round and got an 8 average, that doesn't matter because I got the 6.1 on the first average.
Okay.
So that can be used both either as a final round. So I could, you could have a 2-round 4x4 comp as a dual round. And I could bomb in the first round, do well in the second. The first round counts as my best, and that's what ranks me. And it can also be used as at a 3-round competition. You take the best out of the first 2 rounds to take you into the final.
I love that.
It's great.
I think that's great.
No complaints. It's perfect.
That's it. So what I do at the Cube Club is if I ever do 2 rounds of anything, it's always everyone goes through. And then we just, but we just base it on your second. You get your medal. Your placing is based on what happens in the final. The first round's just the first round. It's just like that's warm up, whatever. If you bomb it in the second round, but then that's because not that many people are affected by what happens at the Cube Club. So it's just like no, that's fine. That's what happens, and it's how our software is set up as well. So I totally get why they would want to implement that, and I think that's a really good solution. That's better than what I'm doing. Better than just like second round meanings counts for everything.
Honestly, it's just perfect. Like I don't know. I was just gonna pull up the thing to see if anybody has any complaints about it. I can't imagine that anybody does because it's just I think that's so great idea.
It's so freaking wholesome, and it's just objectively, it's a good idea because like so when Nationals comes round for me. And it's like, oh, well, I'm going to fly to Auckland. I'm going to do 1 round of each event. And then I'm just going to sit and watch for the rest of the time and judge and run. It's just like, well, I can't justify that. I can't justify going up to the other end of the country for, 3 rounds, and obviously it's different if you're younger and you're actually competitive and stuff like that. Like I know that I'm a unique case in that respect. I don't represent a huge chunk of the community, but I think that's such a good idea. And it actually, that aligns so well with the WCA's vision of more cubers taking part. I think that's in one fell swoop, they've just like instantly made competitions much better value for money.
Yeah, and you can even spin this like as of now it's not that important to like high level cubers, but you can spin it into something good for high level competition. Like say at a world championships, right? You got 4 rounds, but the first 2 are kind of irrelevant if you're a top speed cuber. You're almost guaranteed to make the semis.
Yeah.
And then even if you're Yiheng, you'd have to have an awful day to not make the finals,
Yeah.
So what you can do, you can take a similar idea for world championships and go, okay, first 3 rounds, your best average out of those first 3 rounds, that's what gets you into the finals. And then now that's not just a idea for getting more people more rounds, then it's an idea for making sure the better cubers get into finals as well.
Well, it kind of secures it, doesn't it? Because if you just think back to now, I don't know if this is a good time. I'm just thinking about Lockie and Clock in the World Championships. He's still DNF'd out, but he would have got through. He would have got to solve again.
Exactly. Yeah, because he got a 3.0 average in the first round. He would have made it to the finals with that. So yeah, something like that. Like it just having the best average you've got in the previous rounds is what gets you into the final.
Does that give you the creeps though as a high level competitor? Like if you've got, like, let's say you're going up against someone, let's say you're going up against Timon, okay? Like let's just imagine that you and him are like very, very close. You're close, but you're not very, very close, But like
1.5 seconds close.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's not very close. not at that end. But like you've got 3 chances to go to go against him, I suppose. But also he's got 3 chances to go against you. Is that more
interesting because you could spin it into a ZB versus CFOP debate as well, right? Because ZB is statistically more consistent because you're on average getting a similar move count, where CFOP you could get bad PLL cases, you could get bad OLL cases. It's more luck based,
Yeah.
So we'll see like the top CFOP solvers are less consistent than the top CB solvers. So something like this would benefit CFOP because they've got 3 chances to get a good average and they've got a high variance between those averages. Where for ZB, which is more consistent, it's a disadvantage for them because what they do in one round, they'll probably do in the other 2 as well.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's not what this is for right now. It's kind of opening the door for that as a possibility in the future.
Okay. And Aaron's saying you're not allowed at this point. It's not you're not allowed to have dual rounds, including a final at a championship. But then that's not what we're saying.
That's correct.
Yeah.
No. I don't think we could use it for a final because it just complicates it for spectators.
Yeah,
like imagine you're watching a stream and you see someone get a 7 average, and then Michael Tripodi is like, "Oh, and he's your world champion."
No, that'd be gross. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, no, they're not allowing it for, I think, national championships or anything above for it to be for the final, and I think that's fair. But using it as a way to make it, I don't know, less luck based for getting in the final would be good as well.
Yeah, I think that's really great.